Welcome to Deadly Dames, and so as we said previously, we're going to be doing top 10 videos in a run up to Halloween. So my passion is films, so all the top 10s that I'm going to be doing are on films, but my other half's passion is computer games. So I'm not a massive gamer, mainly because I'm too competitive. You certainly wouldn't want to play a game of Monopoly with me. I am the person that flips the board, and we all know what happened when we tried to play Mario Kart together. It was not good. I think things got thrown and words got said.
You're a nightmare to play games.
She kept throwing bananas.
Nightmare.
She's the person that throws bananas constantly at your Mario Kart. Cheater.
It's not cheating, it's part of the game.
Yeah, but when you do it 20 odd million times in a row, you're cheating. But let's not get into an argument over Mario Kart. We're here to talk about what you love, which is your computer games. So this is going to be a top 10 horror themed computer games. And well, it's your passion, so I'll get Robbie the Rabbit out of the way and you can have a wee chat about them.
So number 10 is Dante's Inferno. So what I liked about this game is that even though it was quite hyped, I think it did live up to the hype. It's one of the few games, in my opinion, has lived up to its hype. So it was very bloody, a lot of horrific looking creatures, and the thing that took me by surprise most of all, I couldn't believe they put it in the game, was all the unbaptised babies.
I mean,
they're in hell.
I'm not a gamer, but I have read the book of Dante's Inferno, and it is very close to the actual novel itself. And I mean, as I said, I'm not a gamer, but you can appreciate the amount of art and the amount of time that goes into these, and the effects and the monsters in it were amazing. They were really good, and there was a lot of swearing when she was fighting the monsters, and that's how you know you've got a challenging game.
But the creature design, the artwork that went into this game was incredible. So number 9 is Dracula's Curse. Now the reason I've chosen Castlevania 3 is because it's the first Castlevania that I ever played. So again, this is another one that made me swear quite a lot, even though I had it as a child. This is the game that I've always had. I bought it, I think it was new when I bought it, it just came out.
She's
so
just saying that
because
she's so proud of what a good condition it's in.
I know. Still in the box. Excellent condition. Anyway, this was a really enjoyable game. It was very, very difficult. And see, playing Dark Souls, I can see that Dark Souls has taken quite a lot from the Castlevania series. Next is Alien Isolation. So what I love about this particular Alien game is, unlike a lot of the other ones, it's first person, but it's not really a first person shooter as such. The main theme of this game is, well, I suppose it's called isolation. So really you're on your own. You don't really have a lot of people that help you. Most of the people are against you, and you've also got this alien that's chasing you. So a lot of it is suspense and sound effects, which seem to work really, really well.
I know, I watched you play a lot of this game, and I think a big part of why this this game worked so well was the sounds. They played a lot on like the isolation and the fear of being alone, and they used the sound effects and the soundtrack to do that, and that's what was really creepy about it.
See the character though, especially in this is the steelbook cover, but in the actual like game cover, I think she looks a lot like Emily Blunt.
Okay.
I'm sure you've disagreed with me before, but she does. I wish I had the
She's Amanda
cover.
Ripley.
I know, but she looks like Emily Blunt. So next is BioShock.
Wish.
I'm not a massive first person shooter gamer, but what I liked about this is it is a horror game because it's set in a city under the sea, and the science knows no bounds, so everybody's gone crazy and making these concoctions that give them all sorts of strange powers. And I just liked how when you begin this game, the city's already been destroyed, people have gone mad, killed each other, but there are also these creatures called Big Daddies, which are terrifying when you first encounter them. They're so scary looking, but it's just basically a guy in a big diving suit.
I know.
But it's just such an iconic image now.
Well, as I said, I've never played it, but she has shown me about 1 million hours worth of gameplay with the Big Daddy and Little Sister scenes, and it is creepy, I'll give you that.
So, next is Bloodborne. So, I feel like I invested far too many hours of my life not to give this game a mention. I dread to think maybe
Well, she
50
used
hours
to get
plus.
up at like 5 in the morning, your days off, just so you could play it without me whinging or getting in your way.
I know. How many times you go, oh, let me just finish this bit, let me just finish this bit.
And then it was
Only for me to
midnight.
get killed.
And then 2 in the morning, and then she doesn't come upstairs because she's still playing Bloodborne.
But what I loved about this game is, okay, you die about 1,000,000 times in it, but it is a challenge.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a lot of video games nowadays, because you can basically save at any point and restart a bit, that, you know, if you didn't like the way that something happened in the storyline, you could go back to an earlier save and do it again, but you can't do it with Bloodborne or any of the Dark Souls games. So I liked that. It was very difficult, and the bosses were hard, and
again, like
They're
from seeing
well
you
designed
playing
though.
it, that you can appreciate how much art goes into these games. It's beautiful.
It is
For a
a
horror
beautiful
game,
game.
it is really, really striking, and the characters are really like stunning. So you can see how much passion the makers of this game have put into it, and I can appreciate that. So
What I like about it as well, though, is even though it's a land that is infested with the plague, it's still quite a pretty game.
Mm-hmm.
So, moving on. Next is The Last of Us. Now, we've not long been to see the girl with all the gifts, and just looking at the trailer, I described it to everybody as basically The Last of Us, the film. And now that I've seen the whole film, there are so many similarities. So see if you enjoyed The Girl with All the Gifts and you haven't played The Last of Us, you will love this game. It starts with, it's like a post-apocalyptic time.
world. Is the word you're looking for? Time.
So
It's a time travelling game. No, it's not.
So
It's
basically, Joel, who's the main character in the game, is escorting this girl Ellie through the city to get to this sort of safe haven. There's a lot of dangers, obviously a lot of zombies, and it was just that, you know, the game's not so much about fighting the zombies, it's about other people, and it's about the character development and the relationship between him and this child, and it's just such a brilliant game. And seeing how she develops when things take a turn for the worst and she has to fend for herself, it was...
Because you swapped between
incredible.
characters in this game, didn't you? So you could play as Joel, you could play as the child.
Well, you don't get the choice. You do play
It
as
just
Ellie.
automatically swaps them.
You do play as Ellie at a point in the game when things start to get quite bad. But
and this is a game where you had to do a lot of sneaking around so they didn't hear you into it.
I was...
Because I remember you like getting... Shh, don't talk, there's a tense bit. And I'd be like, alright, okay, fine, I'll no breathe.
But it was a brilliant game. So number 4 is Deadly Premonition. Now the reason why I put this before The Last of Us is because I'm a big Twin Peaks fan, and this is like Twin Peaks the game, and the graphics are utter shit.
I don't think they're that bad.
They're
definitely not to the standards of modern games.
For a 360 game, the graphics were crap. The combat controls were crap. The driving in it is crap.
You're not selling
But
it.
no, I'm not selling it. But the storyline was brilliant. There are a lot of references to Twin Peaks. I mean, there's no mistaking that they were heavily influenced by it. I mean, they have the pot lady instead of the log lady, and not that type of pot. It's a cooking pot. So
okay,
but it was brilliant. And this
and
guy
then he drinks his coffee like he has his cup of Joe, but he doesn't call it the cup of Joe. But it is basically like this reference to Twin Peaks. The soundtrack's also really, really good to this.
The soundtrack really made this game. That and even the main character is a bit of a freak.
Don't want to die.
Okay, Mandy's having a bit of a moment here. So she enjoyed Deadly Premonition, even though she's not a gamer.
Because I don't want to die.
Anyway,
by the way, that's what all the creatures shout at you when you're fighting them. Literally every one of them says "don't want to die" in that voice.
So this guy in the front is the Raincoat Killer, and he terrorises this town and claims a victim every time it rains, apparently.
Everything goes red in this game as well, doesn't it?
Sort of.
It's red plants, isn't it?
Red plants and red seeds that fall from this tree that are the cause of...
And there's another chick that's stringed up to the tree. I remember that bit.
Yeah,
that was
the opening
creepy.
of the game was brilliant. It starts off with these two twins, obviously. One set of twins, two children who are twins. Anyway, it starts off with a set of twins who are looking up at this lassie who has basically been crucified and gutted on a tree. So with an opening like that, you sort of have to play on.
Yeah, it was like, as I said, I'm not a gamer, but I do watch her play a lot of these games, and I definitely really enjoyed Deadly Premonition.
And this was a love or hate game. I don't know anybody who says, "Oh, it was okay." It was either, "Oh, that was amazing," or
Well,
that
I
was a
loved
load
it
of crap.
because I wouldn't like
I
to play
loved
it
it.
without me. I
Yeah.
kept saying, "Don't you dare play it without me."
I loved every minute of this game. And next is Resident Evil 3 Nemesis, so it was a really hard choice between this one and 4 and 2.
We did try to not include all of like a series in this, so we tried our best just to pick one from the series and then give you a reason as to why we picked that one. So personally, I actually did play Resident Evil Nemesis, so I did play it when I was younger.
And just all through the controller.
I did, between
Didn't
me
you?
and my sister. Like, every time the Nemesis came, I would either throw the controller at her, she'd throw it at me, out of fear rather than the inability to beat him. And I actually did beat this bad guy when I played it as well.
This is definitely a classic. I think
It
a lot
is.
more people would remember this than even the original Resident Evil, and it's because of the Nemesis.
Well, this is the one I played first.
He's really, really scary, and he chases you through Raccoon City, and you think you've gotten away from him
And you
because
remember
you've gone
when
into another
you'd hear the
room.
music and you knew he was bloody coming, and that was more terrifying than him actually being there, was the music leading up to him coming.
I know, Resident Evil haven't topped a baddie.
Since Nemesis,
No,
yeah.
they haven't topped
Which
the
is why
Nemesis.
we've obviously got it in this list, because it is a classic game. It is the best Resident Evil game in my opinion.
In my opinion, is my favourite. So next is Silent Hill 3. Now, it was a tough choice between this and Silent Hill 1. I think I just loved the character so much in Resident Evil 3, that's why I chose it. So he plays Heather, who is linked to the first game, and there's some shocking events, some characters die from the first game that you don't expect. So it is just such a good game. The second Silent Hill film, what was it called? Revelations?
It was called Revelations.
It took quite a lot from this game. So I'm sorry, but Robbie the rabbit is waving at me off camera.
He's saying, "I'm in this game."
He is in that game. So yeah, I just really, really liked this game. I liked Silent Hill 2 as well, but this one, I think you just really like the character.
I like Silent Hill because it's creepy, and like from somebody that doesn't really play the games but watches them, it's got a lot of atmosphere. You do actually believe in the characters, and you don't really want them to kick it. So
the soundtrack for this was really good. We're listening to it right now, but I think Silent Hill 3 had the best soundtrack. So number 1,
and it's quite a recent game.
Until Dawn. So the reason why I've chosen this as number 1 is because it's a game for anybody. You don't have to be a gamer to appreciate this. The characters are really, really well written. So there's some that you start off thinking, "Oh, she's a bitch, I don't like her, I want her to die." And then by the end, she's the one that you're rooting for the most.
Because we're talking about, oh god, what's she
Emily.
called? Emily, yeah, she was the one that at the start you're like, what a cow. But by the end, you're like, you think, poor lassie's been through more than everybody else, so you really didn't want her to die.
But that depends on how you play the game. And this is what I love about Until Dawn is every time you play it, different things will happen. You can save everybody, or everybody could die, or
we're currently on our second run through of it, aren't we? And we're trying to save everybody, but our third run through we're going to intentionally try to kill everyone.
But this is a game that keeps you guessing. It's like a cabin in the woods slasher creature feature game. It's just got a bit of
everything in it, and it plays a lot on cliche and then turns it round on itself, which I really like. So, it was like playing a movie.
So it's a very clever idea.
It's something that I think PlayStation's done really well with a lot of their games, is that they do choices, which is great.
So anyway, we're running out of time, so we'll just wrap it up.
This is why we picked Until Dawn to be on top, because it is a game that gives you everything. So I hope you agree with our list. If you don't, obviously leave some comments. If you do, let's chat about it, because we love chatting. And thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Please. Or I'll send Robbie the rabbit after you.